Alright everyone, welcome back to the Untropia tutorial series. This is part 4 of our series, and before I even get started today, I want to give a big shout out to MA Rep Kronos. He has given me a lot of good information on where I should go for the starting zone, and thank you very much for that. Alright, now I'm not officially able to give you the beginner's guide, like beginner zone area, unfortunately, because my character is so old and I'm not able to travel there, but from what I understand, this is where you arrive on Calypso after you have completed the newbie zone, which you're going to take this VTOL right here, which will go to Thorough to Calypso. So, basically, we are going to look at our map. We are officially at Camp Crunk, I believe, or Camp Icarus. This is Camp Icarus on the map right here, which is pretty good starting area. We got quite a few things we can do over here, a few things we can hunt. This is going to be Port Atlantis, which is going to be one of your main areas you go to after you get done at Camp Icarus. Now, one thing to be warned about. Alright, let's start this out. We are going to basically run up to the main bunker area where you're going to go after you get here. I am using the Harrier armor from the starter packs, and I will be showing you both the vehicle from the starter packs once we get out of the zone. Certain areas don't let you spawn vehicles, and I also have the Barbarella gun with the amp and the scope. I do not have the laser sight on this one, so just so you know kind of which pack I went with when I first started. Or I should say not when I first started, but as I started progressing into the game, because these items do have their uses even for an Uber or semi-Uber like me. So it all works out. Alright, this little green dot up here is going to be the teleporter, so we're going to run up to the side, we're going to come around, and welcome to the teleporter. This is going to be one of the main transportation devices to get around Calypso and any other planet. So anytime you see a teleporter, it's a good idea to go up, click on it, and you're going to unlock it. Now, all these green dots on my map are all teleporters, which I don't even think I have all of them on Calypso. There might be one or two more that I'm still missing, but that is fun. Alright, hang on a second. Some of the sounds in this game, unfortunately, are really loud, and the bird squawking is one of them. Alright, I'll turn the sound down just a little bit. Okay, now back to the teleporters. To unlock each one of these teleporters, you have to be within 25-meter range of it. So eventually, if you do play this game long enough or you get vehicles, you will spend an hour or two just flying around unlocking every single one of these teleporters. That's if you want to. I mean, there's also other kind of sneaky ways you can kind of get away with it. Teleporters and respawn points basically have a 50% rule, that if you are within 50% range of it, so let's say I wanted to come up to this one right here, which is the westbound, all I would have to do is get within 50% range of this, and technically I can hit my revive button or teleport to revive button, and it will take me to the nearest revive point, which in theory, if I'm at 51% close to this one, it might take me up to the westbound teleporter or revive spawn. But there are also other little mini bases all spread throughout Calypso that you could teleport to also, so you got to be aware of that. They do not show up on the map, unfortunately, so it's just one of those random things. Alright, let's get started. We've unlocked the Camp Icarus teleporter now from when you first started here. We are going to go into the bunker. This is where you are going to basically, NPCs will give you quests in this area too. You'll basically look for somebody with a little question mark over their head or a little explanation mark, if there are any here. It's been so long I forgot if there are any. Let me see if I can find any. No, it looks like I probably ended up doing them all when I was a youngin', so we'll come in here. This is basically all the terminals, which I've already explained in the part 3 video, I believe, so check that out if you need help understanding terminals. Trade terminal, exit out of that, storage facility, elevator, this is the repair facility, which if you got the unlimited gear, this is where you're going to be using quite a bit. This just takes you up to the next floor by clicking the second button. And then this will basically get you to the auctioneer, another trade terminal, another repair, and storage. Alright, spacebar is to jump. You can hit L to do your key bindings on your map. This is the keyboard mapping. You can set it up however you want. You click on this button right here for action library. This will basically give you all your actions in the game. Couple things you might want to have up right away. Let me see. Where are they? Here we go. You want to have your progression bar up, which is this thing right here, which gives you a list of all your skills and everything. You can kind of cycle through. And then you want to know where your actual skill button is. So those are two good things to really know right off the back. We'll exit out of this. We'll go to my toolbar now, which is number 1. As you can see, you can kind of drag the actions into each key. Like literally just click and drag. And it'll go in. You can put your weapons into the number key hotbars. You can drag items from your inventory as long as this edit panel is up and this panel is up. You can drag vehicles and everything anywhere in your UI you want. So that's a nice little feature to know too. And then anytime you want to delete them off your bar or off the UI, you just drag them to the trash can. For this purpose, I've already got the barb and the vehicle up on grid, so we will leave that up. We will exit out of all this. And let's get going now where you're going to want to go after you visit this little area. We are going to go to one of the, I believe, the first hunting areas. I came down here when I was a newbie. Let me make sure it's still the right way. And just for aesthetic purposes, I am going to use one of my speedrun pills just to help me run around a little bit faster. And I do also have a run ring on also, which gives me, yeah, increased run speed by 8%. Alright, yep. The punies are what you will be hunting a lot when you first start. And I'll shoot a few of them just to show you. See, this is the barb. This is no special gun. This is literally the starting Barbarella with the amp. So just so you know, I'm not cheating or anything. For aesthetic purposes, we are going to use 100 pet of ammo, which we will split right here, which should hopefully take it from this box, this one first. Let me do a little test. Alright, let's put this one down here then. We'll do one more test. Alright, if needed to, I'll just go and store the ammo in my base. But I am going to need a loot pill real fast. You can buy these at the TT terminal, so there's no worry about losing them all. As you can see, I've got in the starter loot. Now, you can either manually shoot by pressing the 1 key, which is bind it to my gun to kill these mobs. I'm manually shooting. You can hit V to go into first person, and then I have my UI select to E, so that kind of lets me control my mouse and everything and where I look. And you can manually shoot by just holding down your left mouse button and shooting like this. And you will be hunting a lot of punies when you first start. So get used to doing this. This is kind of like how you start and skill up. There are quests for these, I believe. You will get track missions over here for these too. I don't know if I actually have any missions for them, but alright. And this will kind of give you like your starter loot. Now, I also have a key binded to let me auto shoot, which is kind of like my bracket, or my hex bracket, which you can see. Let me pull this up. My auto shoot is, oh, wrong bar. Here we go, right here. This is what you want, auto use tool, which I have binded to basically right underneath my backspace space key. And that will allow me to basically auto shoot anything I highlight. Like this. And then the same thing, if I click on something, it'll auto shoot that. So that's kind of a newbie tip 101. And we're hunting punies, alright. Let me see if there is actually a mission for punies. I do not see one. Tripano. Oh, there is a quest for them right here. Okay. And then basically, I'm gonna go to Untropia, and this is basically I'm rank 1. I believe it's these are them. I will kill one more just to confirm it. Yep. You get 0.5% at the start when you first start, and then you get some decent rewards. For starting rewards, I would highly recommend you guys invest in aim, whether you're BLP or laser weapon technology. That'll basically help you level up a gun. And then obviously if you're doing rifles, you want to invest in that. That would help you. And then probably anatomy is more hit points related, so an aim is more hit related. So that's probably a good starting point for you guys here. This is one set of mobs you can come down and kill. Let's run up to the next hunting area. Now, you can follow this all along the coast. There should be a bunch of mobs too. I think there's some Dakas over here too. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a long time since I've been over here, so I'm kind of exploring with you guys as we go. And I've already got oil in my vehicle too, so that would be oil right here. I actually have 11 pet of oil. I stripped it out of some of my other vehicles just to show you. Alright, now we are coming northeast up here, and these are more punies you can shoot. These have a little bit more hit points. As you can see, it's taking 3 to 4 shots with this weapon to kill one of these things. See? They probably get about 14 to 21 hit points on average, so these are a little bit more, they cost a little bit more to kill, but at the same token, you also get a little more in loot. As you can see, I've gotten 800 shrapnel out of that one. And remember, it is costing me... Let me see if I can bring this up again. View weapon information. It is costing me 255 ammo a shot. So keep that in mind. Every time you kill one of these, or you shoot one of these, it's costing you 255 ammo. So that's 4 shots right there. And I've only got 336 ammo back. So that was about a 30% return. These are beach peonies, also called the chicken mobs. As you can see, they resemble chickens. They are incredibly annoying. They will aggro on you, so kind of watch it, especially when you're first starting out. You don't have a lot of hit points, so you can kind of shoot these from a distance. And as you can see, it's only taking me 2 shots to kill these things with this starter weapon, so sometimes 3. That's not too bad. I mean, you want to get about a 2 to 3 average shot to kill ratio, and you get a quest for this area over here, which is destroy the eggs, which you can run around and destroy a bunch of chicken eggs. And you also get what they call Nova fragments. These are also used to level up weapons and tier up weapons, so just kind of store those in your bank. They will eventually serve a purpose. I probably got over 100,000 of them now easily, so it's kind of a collector's thing. And like I said, you will be spending a decent amount of time here hunting these mobs. So, alright, now that I'm done showcasing these right here, and you can see there's a lot of other green dots around here, so a lot of people are hunting these. These are very cost effective to kill too. You can hunt these things for hours on a very small budget. And as you can see, I barely even used a pet of ammo. So let's close out the loot box. Let's get our vehicle down. This is going to be the vehicle you start with. If you buy from the web shop, you will get this vehicle. So you're going to left click to get into it. And then I'm going to go third person view, which you hit V, and that'll basically give you a better view of the way you're driving around this thing. And then you just hold your right mouse button to rotate the camera, and middle to zoom in and out. Let's see, where do we want to go? I'm going to show you a little bit more around here. Let me see if I can find the Dakas. Those will kind of be one step up from what you're hunting on the punies. Be warned, you can flip this vehicle over, you can go flying, you can damage your vehicle. Vehicles cannot go in the water. They will eventually drown and phase out. Now, if you come down to the coast, you can see this is a level 4 mob now. I'm going to get out to shoot this just to show you what you can do. You hit F to exit your vehicle. You might have to set that on a hotkey. Don't forget to pick your vehicle up. Right click on it and pick it up, or you will lose it. But you can recall it. If you leave it abandoned long enough, other people can take it and claim it as their own. Alright, let's shoot this Let's shoot this guy. As you can see, I'm doing full damage. It's taking me 4 shots to kill that thing. So keep that in mind when you're hunting these things. They cost a little bit more, but you do get more loot out of them. So keep that in mind. Alright, we're going to cancel auto shoot. You can't enter a vehicle when you're auto shooting. Let's continue down here. Now, I'm not really going to be able to show you damage with these guys in Harrier armor, because unfortunately, I have a lot of dodge and evade. So I'm probably going to end up dodging a lot of these hits, but let's run over here. There are fish in this game, so be very cautious when you go through water. There are fish that can damage you. Let's get the gun up. I'm going to shoot this guy one time just to piss him off and get him on me. Let's see, is he actually going to attack me, or is he just going to run away from me? Oh, well, unfortunately I killed him. Let me see if I can find another one. Like I said, I'm just kind of trolling the coast right now. This isn't really a big spawn place for them, unfortunately. You can, more punies over here. More punies. Alright, here we go. Level 4 juvenile. Let me see if I can get a single shot on this guy and get him to attack me. Okay. You're going to look at, you can drag this bar too, wherever you want on your screen. So all you got to do is left click and hold. As you can see, because I have so much dodge and everything, I'm going to get a lot of misses and misses. Let me see if I can actually get one to hit me. 8.8 damage with Harrier armor. So keep that in mind when you're first starting out. These guys do hurt a little bit. So this armor is not really mitigating a lot of their damage. It's mitigating a little bit of their damage, but not much. So if you face those, you might take a decent amount of damage, but you might also kill them pretty fast too. So just keep in mind on that. Alright, let's get back to exploring Calypso. And I highly suggest you guys watch these videos from start to finish. A lot of it's rambling, but a lot of this information is very useful. Now, coming up to this little section right over here, these are Dakas. These are another mob you are going to be hunting a lot of when you first start this game. So let's pick this up. Let's get our barb back up and running. I'll shoot this one time just to show you. Alright. That was a crit, unfortunately, but see, they give about the same amount of loot as some of the other ones, and these are level 3. So on average, you're going to be about 3 shots to kill these, 3 to 4 shots depending on your hit to miss ratios. And then I'm going to get one on me to actually show you how much damage they do. This is in Harrier armor with no plates. So let me see if I can get one to hit me. We're going to look at the right hand corner. These do about 4.3 to, I'm going to say, about 6 damage a hit. So keep that in mind when you're trying to attack these. But because if you're using the barb and the amp, you're basically going to kill these things in probably 2 to 3 shots. So you're not really going to have to worry about taking too many hits, especially if you engage at max range. So you'll be really good on that one. There are areas with more densely packed mobs. So if you kind of run, there's a juvenile chicken. Those will aggro on you. There's another Daka over here. And then also sometimes, because there aren't players in this active area, MA has sort of a script that runs on their servers that won't spawn the mobs until people actually start running through it to kind of save on server lag. And then, as you can see, I'm kind of running through here. They're starting to all show up. So this would be Argos aggro very easily. So they will chase you, everything. So be careful when you're facing Argonauts. These other ones won't aggro as much, so it's kind of safer to shoot the punies and the level 1s to 2s. And this area is just a little northeast of Camp Icarus, so you got plenty of room to come up here. The closer you get to the yellow zone, which is here, there will be robots up here and more Argos. So be warned about that. Robots are ranged attackers. They deal burn damage and impact damage, so they will kind of shred you from a distance. be careful on that. You can also mine in this area. You can cut trees in this area for wood harvesting. There's mining in this area. Here's a little outpost where, yep, these are robots I was telling you about. Let's get out of our vehicle. And I'm going to show you what it's like to kill a robot. This is a level 2 droid. I don't know if I can I shoot these guys? Yes, I can. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots to kill a robot. But it gave me almost 700 ammo in return. The same thing for this one. See? They got range attack guns, so you gotta be careful with that. And they deal about 6 to 10 damage in Harrier armor. So, and these guys are a quest too. So, and they got jammers up over here too, so be careful of that. It'll kind of jam your radar so you won't know what you're doing. There is a quest for him. As you can see, I unlocked a drone challenge. So, exit auto shoot. We'll get back in our vehicle. We'll head back this way. We hit R to auto speed up to max speed. And that's the same thing with run. And now we are going to start heading towards Port Atlantis, which is going to be this set of bubbles right over here. You're probably not going to see it when you first start, but we're going to start driving this way. As you can see, we got more mobs over here. This is kind of like the low B starting areas. We have another player just chilling in the middle of the road. We got more juveniles over here. They're really densely packed over here, so you can kind of hunt over here and get quite a few mobs to attack non-stop. They do go up to level 4s over here, so be careful in what you're attacking. There are other mobs in this area which are snarbles. They are acid shooters. Let me see if I can find one or two. We got juveniles. We have a little... This is kind of like a little mini base out in the middle of nowhere. You can kind of resupply. As you can see, it's an outpost. We'll leave our tank out here. We can run inside. It's got a storage facility. It's got a revival facility, a repair terminal, and a trade terminal. They do not... Some of them have auction houses. Some of them do not. So that's the only difference. And most of them do not have teleporters. So this is kind of like the in-between point of Atlantis and Icarus. And there are a lot of roads that connect things in the early game. So if I can get going. Alright, vehicles are limited by terrain too, so this little 4x4 will have trouble going up hills and other things, so just be aware of that. My big crawler though does not have trouble going up hills. And then if you follow the roads, literally it will lead you right to basically Atlantis. I'm just kind of taking the scenic route to see if there's anything over here. There are mobs all around here. We got more Argonauts over here. See, I'm going to be coming up on the south side of Port Atlantis, which I'm going to have to go across the water. Oh, there's a bridge. Okay. And you can run into things and it will stop your vehicle, so be advised, if you run into a tree, it's going to stop you point blank. And this is probably the road I should have just followed from the start. Yep. Alright, let's go over the bridge. These are Bristols. These are also another good early game mob to hunt. They do electric damage, so be advised on that one. This is another outpost right over here. It has a turret there, so if you run over here, you can actually, if you got a lot of mobs on you, run over here and the turrets will kill it. You will not get looted from turrets kill stuff. It will basically zero the mob out and just save your ass. And that's also a little mini outpost. So let's head up here. We're going to enter the city. There are more punies up here you can hunt. You will be doing a lot of punies when you first start out. It is inevitable. Everybody does the puny grind. I highly recommend you do. It is boring, but the skill level up is what you need. There is also a revival port, trade terminals, repair everything right here. So it is awesome for you to Basically do punies and jump back fast. This is Atlantis. This is one of the main cities in the game. There's not a lot of people here, unfortunately, but I will take you on a little exploration of here. It's kind of the focal point. It's a beautifully designed city. You can buy apartments, you can buy shops, everything. So let's go over here. And what is this? This is the Bank of Calypso, I believe. People have basically NPC shopkeepers here you can buy stuff at. You got weapons, etc. You got more weapons on this guy. You got Sleipners you can buy for vehicles. Let's see what's this guy got. He's got portable repair units. He's got limited amps. I mean, you can find a lot of stuff in the shops. Do shop around, though. You got... There we go. You got finders. You got vehicle repair stuff here. I mean, these are all player-owned shops. They build stuff, and then you can kind of buy stuff from them. Do shop around, because some of this stuff is... Some of these NPC or players' locations are very old. They're old-school prices. And the markup can be insane on some of this stuff. Like, it's very outdated. So you got to kind of look around and see what kind of pricing everybody has in their shops. Like, I'll come down to the beauty. I mean, you can buy all this stuff. He's got Gremlin, Unlimited Armor, Polis. I mean, you can check the markup value. It should only be 100% markup. If he's selling it, retail, he's selling it for 173 markup. That's not bad, actually. Okay, that's more up-to-date shop. But there's all kinds of these stores all over this game. So there's an auctioneer here. You got more stuff on the side right here you can buy. You got more guns you can buy. You got a bank. Stay away from the bank. This is more or less you can loan that are worth a lot for basically a loan, but you got to pay the loan back and you pay interest on the loan. It is literally like loan sharking in this game. So, and if you don't pay it back within X amount of time, you're going to lose your item. And they will not give you full value for your item. They'll give you a percentage of what your item is worth. So either you... Ooh. I found a glitch shop. Yep. Definitely a glitch shop. As you can see, I just poured it through the wall. But let's continue on touring Calypso. And then I'm going to take you to the next newbie starting area, which is insane. You might have to get a lift from somebody, or see if somebody will fly you there, or give you an escort there, or if you want to run and fly there yourself. Alright, we'll go up to the second floor. Make sure you unlock the teleporters here. You're going to need the teleporters. Alright, this is kind of like a little equipment trade hub in here. You'll be able to get quests. There are quests all over the place. There's definitely enough quests in this game to keep you busy. This is another little trade terminal area. You have an auctioneer. You got your trade terminals. You got a crafting machine. This is a whole nother beast in itself. I will do another video on crafting if you seriously want to get into that. You got auctioneers. And then, let me see what's on the third floor. Okay, it's just kind of oh, we're way up here on the top, okay. If you just want to kind of look around and see what everything is. I'm going to find the Atlantis teleporter, and then we are going to go to Boars, I believe. Which is going to be your next zone you go to when you're done here. Or if you get enough skills fast enough, you can actually go there now. Alright, well, as you can see, here's a quest, right here. Double click on this. Hello, can you perhaps my rich uncle finds it amusing. He wants you. You're gonna get... Okay, that's a weapon deteriorator extender and a skill pill. Okay, this would actually be worth doing if you can. Help me solve the enigma. Okay. Okay, tell me more. My uncle spent years designing E5 fragments. All of us to find enough fragments to reform the ED5 key. Alright, I'm in. He buried them deep underground, feed them to creatures. Okay. Alright, so we got a hunting task. This is just part of all my missions I gotta do. Kill Dakas until you find... Okay, so this is pretty much the Dakas I showed you earlier. You go out and kill these and you get these ED5 fragments. So that's a really easy quest. It's a hunting quest. I would highly suggest you do that because it gives you an equipment deteriorator that will help limit the deterioration on your unlimited gear, and it will also give you a skill pill. So that's actually very good for you guys to do early on. I highly suggest you get this. Okay, now we are going over to Boris. This is an awesome zone. I've spent a lot of time here. And I know we're already about 30 minutes into this video, but if you're still sticking around, bear with it, guys. This is a lot of useful information. Look at all the green dots. This is where a lot of newbies and new players hang out. This is what they call a sweat circle. You can basically farm these mobs for sweat, which is where you get the VSE extractor. I'll put mine on right here just to show you what this is. Now, you are basically, this is very boring. You want to have this on autocast. You are basically going to be farming these mobs for essences. This is a newbie's way for earning some easy pet. As you can see, the animation, it's actually toggled. So, we are going to get what they call vibrant sweat. Now, say you acquire any more sweat from this creature, that means everybody's drained it. So, eventually somebody's going to tag it and kill it, and then, yeah, see it doesn't have any more, and they'll go grab another one. This just give you an idea what this is. And then this stuff used to go 1 stack per one pet, I believe. I think it's 100 per one. Don't quote me on that. It might be 1,000 to one. So it is an easy way to get early ammo and an easy way to basically be bored for hours on end. Alright, I'm going to close this out. This thing is... It does not deteriorate. It is 100% free, and I believe you get this from the trade terminal, or you may get this when you first start. Let me see. Tools. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get it when you first start. Alright, anyways, I'm going to show you the hunting in this area. This is an insane area for hunting. These mobs are a little more difficult, but I am going to take the barb out here. With the amp, they're level 3 to 6 mobs, level 1 to 3, or 1 to 3 is average, 4 to 6 is common. Kirby Youngs, as you can see, I hunt the bigger ones. So, let's get shooting this one. They do have more hit points, as you can see. Look at how much damage I'm doing. But you can kill these things with the barb. As you can see, I'm doing quite a bit of damage, and... Alright, there we go. They dropped about 15 peck to 20 peck worth of ammo. This is a big one. You're not going to be able to kill you. Unless you got a group, you're not going to be able to kill this with a barb. Go for a youngin again, young curb again. Only come here when you guys finally get skills. Get a decent amount of skills before you come here. Because you'll waste a lot of ammo if you're missing these. And then in Harrier Armor, they are doing 2.4 to probably 5 damage, give or take. As you can see, I get muscle oil, and I get shrapnel from these. And there's quite a few here, so you can... They will swirly too, so this is a good hunting area. So you can use the barb, you can use the LRS1 if you bought this thing, or you can use the Solomon Opal on these. It's very eco-friendly to hunt these things. This is mature now, so this is going to cost a little bit more to kill. As you can see, I'm doing 9 to 10 damage, and their hit points are going down slower. It means they have more hit points, but it also means they have more loot. They can give you bigger loot. These will global. They're very efficient to hunt. I've had a lot of luck hunting these. This is normally my area I come to when I'm broke or I want to make some pet hunting. They are either up or they're down. There's no in between. Now, we're going to kill a couple more. Just to show you, kind of get you a feel for the loot and everything. And then I am going to switch over to my bigger gun right here. This is a level 5 to 7 weapon minimum. And then it's going to do 4.5 to 9 damage base. So what I'm going to do is we're going to detach this. I'm going to put that on and that on. That's my scope and that's my my amp. Now I'm doing 5.5 to 11, so it's a little bit more damage, not by much. But I am also burning... more ammo. Alright, there we go. I hit auto shoot on. Alright, I am now going to be 240 ammo for just a little bit more damage. And we'll shoot this mature. As you can see, I'm doing about 9 point... not much more damage than the barb, but it's also a weapon that you personally buy, so it's a little bit better. As you can see in the damage in the right hand corner, I'm missing a lot. That's because I have high evade, unfortunately. So I will dodge a lot of their shots. Okay, I just took damage on that one, as you can see. And see, I got more loot on this one. I got skins, which I would highly suggest you save and collect. The same thing for muscle oil. You can sell that stuff for a little bit of a markup. Now, I'm going to shoot a guardian just so you can see the difference. Look at the difference here. It's going to cost you quite a few ped or peck, depending on how many times you hit to kill this thing. I'm mainly shooting this so I can show you the damage they do. 12 damage in Harrier armor if they hit. And as you can see, I'm probably already about 20 or 30 shots into this, and he's not even at half hit points. But he will give me good loot. I mean, cost to break even is probably going to be 2 to 3 ped. So he may give me that much loot, or I may get screwed and only get one maybe 0.5 peck worth of loot. So anybody's guess. So if I wasn't missing all these, you guys would probably need to heal right about now on these. They do deal a decent amount of damage, so you gotta watch your health when you're hunting these bigger ones right now. And it'll take you a while to get up to this level of mob. Alright. That was... probably not even cost the kill. But that will just give you an idea on that. Now, I'm going to switch armor. This is the pixie armor I was telling you guys about. This is a hunting set you kind of want to get to start. This will last you quite a while. Now, let me piss off. Let's get a mature over here. I'm going to get a few on me just because I missed so much. Just to show you guys damage. Alright, we'll get an old too. Alright, let's see if they actually manage to hit me. I'll shoot him while he's hitting me. Alright, now keep an eye on the right hand side. If I don't deflect or miss or dodge the hits. Okay. You couldn't really see that damage, but let me see if I can get another one in. It was a double miss. 0.6 damage. That was actually a profit kill right there. Like, see, you can see on muscle oil, it actually does have a little bit of a markup. So if you decide to sell the stuff in bulk to the right trader, you might be able to get as much as 104% out of it. So it's good to save this and not just vendor trash it. Save 0.4 again. So pixie armor actually mitigates a lot more damage on these mobs. So it works out a little more in your favor. As you can see, oh, that was actually a fat one. That was 0.44 pack. So that was a little more better and more efficient cost to kill. And then, as you can see, my weapon is deteriorating as I'm using it. So it's slowly going down. Let me see if I can actually... we'll hover over it. It is probably 0.1 pack every few shots, which is really good. It's very cost effective and eco. Alright, let's detach all this. We'll stop the auto shoot. We'll go back to the Barbarella, which is the starter gun you get with the pack. Let's go back to another Youngie. Now you can kind of see the decay on this one. 5.55 pet on my gun right now. For 555.7%. Look at that, about 5 to 10 shots, and it's only gone down 0.1%, which is really good. And that was actually a mini on this thing. That was really good for a young. Let's see. Youngs will swirly. They'll give you about 20, maybe probably 20 to 50 pet if you're lucky. So they're very efficient and eco to hunt. And this kind of gives you an idea of the starting zone hunting areas and kind of a tour of Calypso. You can mine over here if you want, but I mean, and you can find oil and other crap in this area. I mean, it's pretty vast. I'm gonna get in my actual tank. It's a little bit faster in the zone, just so I can show you around real fast. Alright, and you can buy one of these if you really want to. I mean, there's no limit on using vehicles. You can be a brand new character and own every vehicle in the game if you wanted to. And this thing can kind of drive through the water because it's a little bit bigger. As you can see, there's more youngs, there's doms over here, alphas. Alphas will hurt. They will cost you a lot to kill. There's guardians over here, there's matures. I mean, it's kind of it's a densely packed area for Kirby's. And you can kind of run around. I mean, once you start getting better weapons and everything, you'll be hunting these a lot. Literally, you will probably spend 10 to 20 levels over here just hunting these things. I know it's a repetitive mob to hunt and everything, but they have good loot. They're easy to kill. They don't do much damage to you, and you can get away with having pixie armor and basically a Vivo S10 healing device. So, and you can sweat too if you want to. I mean, traders will come over here so you can kind of sell your loot. It's beautiful because there's an auction house guy here too. There's trade terminal, there's repair terminals, everything. So, I mean, just using my pixie armor, barely any rep. My Harrier armor took no damage whatsoever, so that was good. And what little loot I did get, let's see, I'm just gonna, for what little I shot, wow, look at that, almost 6 ped worth of loot. And I probably shot maybe a little over 6 ped just because I was kind of cycling around and showing you guys different stuff. But this is basically Hunting 101 in newbie starting areas. We will get more into the quest and everything later on if I can find some more. I've done a lot of them, so it's kind of hard for me to show you guys the quest chains and everything. So if you're liking this, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and there will be many more tutorial videos coming on crafting, mining, resource harvesting. We'll get more in depth into the auction house. I can show you guys other hunting areas for medium to mid-range players. I can show you a couple more newbie zones. There are a ton of more newbie mobs you can hunt other than just what I've shown you so far. There are fowls, there are snobbles, there's Dakas, there's punies, all different levels of punies. There's the chicken beatrice you can hunt. There's a ton you can do. And this is just Calypso. There are 3 or 4 other planets you can go to also, which are completely different animals. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Biggest thing I can ask you guys to do if you made it this far in the video, go follow my Twitch stream and my Twitch channel. That is the biggest thing I need followers on right now. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it educational. And I will see you guys at the next one.